Real quickly before we begin this video, I want to tell you guys that this video is going to include multiple giveaways that you are going to be able to use to get Valorant points with. If you have buff, comment username down below, and if you don't have buff, get it and comment username down below. And I'm going to select 20 people to give away 1,000 buff points to Valorant point vouchers, premium buff accounts, and you can use all of this stuff to get skins on Valorant. Let's start the video. I love you guys.
Justin, you said that buff was good, but there's no Valorant gift cards.
Okay, come on. Let me help you out. I'm urnotjustin, happy to see you guys again as always on this video where I'm trying to help you guys and the masses get skins. Is this yet another corporate plug from the evil masterminds behind buff? Will you, the viewer, finally be able to get your dream collection and be able to get at least one skin? Is the person on the screen right now the coolest person ever? Absolutely yes. And we'll have more answers for the other questions as well as we do this video. Today, I am going to show you guys how you can use buff to actually get Valorant points gift cards that are not sold out. There's a secret to doing it. There is going to be multiple giveaways, and I'm going to teach you guys a little bit more about buff because it is a top 5 app in my opinion for Valorant players. I just got 7 buff points.
Let's go.
And as well, I want to tell you guys straight from the get-go that I've never had a reason to use buff because I have money to spend on skins, but from here on out, I'm going to be using buff in every game that I play, and everything that I unlock through buff, I'm going to give away to you guys because I love you guys. But let's begin the video. Valorant skins are expensive. You know it, I know it, everybody knows it. And not everybody will have money to put down on these skins because they either have priorities and things that they need to worry about way before skins, or they're just kids and they don't really have a way to get money at all. And that's where buff comes in because buff is a really useful app that's really fun and friendly for pretty much anybody involved. Whether you have lots of bills to pay or you're just a kid or you're anybody, buff is a really great and fun way to earn more of what you love just by playing your favorite games. And to quickly explain what buff is really quickly, in case you do not know what it is, buff is a freemium app that utilizes ads that play in the background while you run it. You play games, complete challenges, you earn buff coins, and then you can use them to buy gift cards and other things from the buff app directly. And it's gotten a little bit deeper since it first launched, but we'll get into that later. Buff is an authorized app that you can use on Valorant that is completely allowed and not bannable. It doesn't steal your data or anything like that, and it simply utilizes the same technology that Valorant Tracker uses where it will track your data in game, so that way it can give you challenges to do and it can track your challenges through the app. It's pretty much that simple. And with that brief explanation of what buff actually is, I'm now going to get into the part of the video where I show you guys how you can actually get Valorant gift cards when they're out of stock on buff. First of all, why are the Valorant gift cards always out of stock? Because people are buying them because people use buff a lot. And I've had this issue and I've had people ask me about this so many times that I've finally come up with a solution. You have to be smarter than the system. Okay, so we're back in the marketplace right now. And what we're going to do is we are going to set our geography to US to ensure that we can get a Valorant card that I can actually use. And now I'm going to scroll all the way down here to the out of stock stuff. And you can see that, oh man, the $10 riot access code with the Valorant points is out of stock. Sucks. What is one to do? I have a solution for you finally and officially. Well, we go back to the top here, and you can see on your screen that we have options for Target gift cards. And if you scroll down further and we go back to the out of stock stuff, there's also GameStop and Best Buy. So in theory, what you could do is buy a Target gift card or a Best Buy gift card or whatever it may be. These stores all carry Valorant points gift cards, and you can buy Valorant points gift cards through one of the other websites. It's essentially getting a gift card to get a gift card. So what I'm going to do right now to prove it to you guys is I'm going to get a $5 Amazon gift card. And just like that, I got an Amazon gift card. So right now what I could do is I could simply go into my inventory here and I could show you guys the actual code for the Amazon gift card and just give it away to you guys so you can fight for it. Or I could just put a Valorant points gift card on the screen right now. Good luck to whoever gets it. And that's a pretty cool little workaround that I did there. So again, for future reference, if Valorant points are ever out of stock on buff, simply get a gift card for somewhere else that sells them and then get a Valorant points gift card through that. And it turns out actually today, there is a $5 riot access code, which is just Valorant points. So I'm going to buy it right now. It's 800 buff points. And just like that, there's my $5 riot access code. And luckily enough, too, that's actually kind of crazy. That's the first time that's happened to me. That is, they're out of stock, dude. I was the last person to give it. Let's go. So since I just bought one for $5, we go to my inventory here. You can see that this is all the stuff that I bought. I have 2 $1 ones because I bought that for a different video. Here's the $5 one. I'm going to click see details. And here is the gift code. You're welcome. And if you don't know how to redeem it, it'll tell you how to redeem it here. So how to redeem. There it is on the screen for you. So next up now, what I want to talk about is a lot of the new features that have been added to Buff that people might not have known about. Buff is constantly trying to expand and make their product better and also add new features. But one of the first new features that I want to show you guys before we get into how you can earn more stuff is that Buff recently just added a highlights feature. Like literally just like 3 days ago. Right now it is down for maintenance, but it's a lot like Metal, if you guys have heard of that. Pretty much you could just save highlights from your games if you do something cool, and it just saves a nice little clip that I assume eventually you'll be able to just attach right to your profile or just save directly to your computer. So if you'd like a new way to save clips, Buff is definitely going to be the way to do that. So now what I want to do is go to the lounge, and I want to show you guys something else that you might not know about, and that's that Buff does raffles. So you can go to the Raffles tab right here, and they do a bunch of raffles like every month, every week, something like that. You essentially spend your Buff points on raffle tickets to win cool stuff, and I'm actually entered into one right now, and I think it's for June. Okay, yeah, so it is the June one that I'm entered in. I have 5 raffle tickets in the Razer Death Adder V2 Pro wireless gaming mouse, and you know, maybe I'll win, maybe I won't. Pretty cool to be entered in though, and if I do win this, again, I will totally give this away. So that's another really fun thing that you can do with your Buff points is you can enter in a raffle. The next thing that I want to show you guys is how you can get some more Buff points and, you know, maybe get in your foot in the door to becoming an adult, which sounds weird. I want to talk about Buff Pay. So pretty much all Buff Pay is a debit card. And as a matter of fact, I literally just got my Buff Pay card in the mail today, and I'm going to take a picture of it so that you guys can see it. Obviously, the info is not going to be like on it, so, you know. You guys hear that? Here's a picture on the screen. It's just a debit card, and obviously if you want to start a debit card, it's gonna like ask you for your information and stuff like that because it's a real legitimate business. It's gonna ask you for information that any bank would ask you for. But yeah, just to kind of briefly explain it, Buff Pay is just a debit card. There's no fees or anything like that. It's not a credit card. You're not gonna be paying any monthly fees or anything like that. It's entirely free. You can put money into it. You get free Buff points by getting it. You can turn your Buff points into real money and put it directly into your Buff Pay account. You know, it's just something that you can have on the side. I just put like $100 on my account. I can't show the rest of it because it has the card info on it. Buff will give you an $150 reward just for joining. They'll give you more money for adding money to your account. And they also reward you in a ton of Buff points. You saw earlier that my Buff balance was like 900 and then it randomly went to like 2,600. I dig it. And more stuff that you can do with your Buff card is you can just buy stuff directly through the market with your Buff card. You can even sort it by item type and do Buff Pay only. And it'll be another pretty easy way that you can get more gift cards or just more products in general. So you'll kind of be ahead of the curve and have a front line to the stuff that you want. I definitely like this, and like this isn't going to be like my main bank account by any means. Like I already have a bank that I use, but it's neat and it's something. And I think, like I said earlier, this is totally a good place to start if like you don't have any kind of bank account or debit card or anything like that. This is totally like friendly and whatever. So do it if you want to. And lastly, what I wanted to show you guys was something that's like kind of whatever. I'm pretty passionate about taking care of others and sort of trying to preserve our life on this planet and make everything be as good as possible. A pretty cool thing that Buff has going on right now is cleaning the ocean. Maybe you're like me and you already have money, so buying things is just really not that necessary with Buff. But what you could do if you have no interest in buying things is Buff has this really great thing going on right now where you can clean up the ocean. So if we go and we click on this here, the Buff effect. 1 pound ocean cleanup. And the description is, help clean your oceans from plastic. Every Buff point spent on ocean cleanup in the marketplace will go towards your cleaning plastic from our oceans. You will also receive an awesome certificate within 24 hours to your email. If you're somebody who doesn't really care about buying more things or whatever like that, Buff is totally harmless and it won't ruin your gameplay by any means. And you could literally use this to just clean up the ocean and just do kind of a good deed for the planet. I think that's a pretty good way to end this video off. So that's what I'm going to do to end this video off is I'm going to clean up 1 pound of plastic from the ocean and we'll call it good. Cool. I cleaned up some plastic in the ocean. Yay me. But yeah, lots of great stuff going on with Buff, dude. I love Buff. Just because money's involved doesn't mean that I can't actually care about this. And really, that's all I've got for you guys today. There's going to be some really big giveaways by commenting your Buff usernames down in the comment section. Click the link in the description or in the pinned comment. Download Buff. Comment your usernames down below in the comment section, and I will pick 20 people for lots of VP, lots of Buff points, lots of premium stuff, or a lot of really great stuff in general. I love you guys, and as always, I'm Justin, and you're not. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and click the bell for notifications so you do not miss a single video ever, even if you clean up 1 pound of plastic from the ocean, and even if you give away a bunch of neato stuff from Buff, because Buff is just that darn cool. I'll see you guys in the next one.